Hello and welcome to Nabian's Minute. We're going to do a Scratch tutorial on how to keep score. The first thing I want to do is change my backdrop. So I'm going to choose backdrops and open that page to the backdrop that I'd like. I'm going to choose this one. I click it and it will initiate that it's there. I'm going to change the Scratch Cat to something else. So I'm going to put him in the trash by clicking the trash box. And now I'm able to choose Sprite. And I'm going to find someone that I think will be able to play basketball. So I'm going to pick this gentleman there, and he will pop up in my view. Now, the only thing is he's facing the wrong direction, so I'm going to choose change directions in order to have him face the other way. I'm going to finish that later. I'm going to go ahead and get the blocks that I need in order to start my program, and then I'll change his direction. Okay, so we want to start our program with the event block. I'm going to choose when sprite is clicked, when the green flag is clicked, and then now I'm ready to choose my thing that's going to move. What I want to move is a basketball, so I need to choose my basketball. That's going to be the sprite I'm going to program to do the movements. So there's the basketball there. It's now on the court. Okay, so I need to program the basketball to go towards the net here. So from where it was originally, if I want it to get to the net, I'm going to look at the instructions of where it's positioned on the court. So I'm going to tell it when I click the green flag, I want the ball to go towards the goal. So I'm going to tell it to move towards that direction. Here we go. Glide for 1 second, and I'm able to look at my coordinates. It's at 180, negative 84 to 134. So that's where I want it to go. I want it to start in this first position and end up in that second position. So there are my coordinates. Now when it gets to the basket, I want it to go down and assimilate him making the basket. So I'm going to grab my next block. I want it to go through the basket and stop here. So I'm looking at the coordinates, and I'm going to change it inside from 1 to negative 79 and negative 72. So if I click in the box, I'm able to change that variable and put the numbers that I want. And now I'm going to attach it in there. So I'm going to have it try again and see what my program looks like now. All right, now I want it to go back to him. So I want to go back to the original position. So I'm going to have it start back there, and I'll tell it. And if I leave the ball there, my coordinates are already set over here in the blocks. So when I drag it over, that's another option, is that you can just move the sprite where you want, and then have the blocks already it's already set for what you want it to be. So the last thing I need for this is to tell it to change. So I want this to also have a scorekeeper. So I'm going to go here to my variables, and I need to have one to be set. So I'm going to make a new variable, and it's called baskets. So I'm going to keep score for the baskets that each time that sprite goes in. So I'm going to say okay, and there it is up there. I don't want it to say basketball baskets because I know it's basketball. So I'm going to click it and have it just change that to just to be baskets. So now it shows me my scorekeeping, and it's just there so for I can read it. And the next thing I need to tell it is to change baskets by 1 each time the ball goes in. So when I click the green flag, it's going to go from this position by the boy up to the basket, straight down, make a shot, and go retrieve back to him. And then my counter will turn 1. So let's try that. When I click the green flag, goes up, down, and returns to him, and my counter says 1. So the last thing that I need to do to get my program ready is one more thing that I want to program. Say my game is over. I need my game counter to return to 0. So I'm going to tell my counter that the event I need it to be is when I press the space bar. I can change it back to 0. So I'm going to choose the event block when I press the space bar, and then I'm going to go to the control blocks and I'm going to tell it to set baskets to 0 when I press the space bar. That way I can make lots of shots, and then when I press the space bar, the counter will go back to 1. So the only thing I have left is to change the direction of my gentleman, and that's not a part of keeping score, but I'll go ahead and do that before I save my thing. Oh, one other thing with my program, my basketball is a little bit big, so I'm going to just change that from 100 to 75 to make it size enough for it to be realistic. So thank you so much for joining our tutorial on how to keep score, and I hope this works out for you and you're able to create your game. Thanks, bye.